Hi everyone, this is Lily's Tarot and this is going to be a general reading for the collective. This is more of like a sort of little study time. So we're going to look into this full moon. What does it mean for us internally, externally? I also did a choose a pile reading, full moon in Sagittarius messages. So you can check that out. I posted that yesterday. So today is just, it's just a deeper look. So we're going to have a little read about what this full moon means. And I always find that this is like a good reading so that you can just put yourself into check, okay? Because sometimes our emotions can get the better of us, but we kind of need to just understand what's going on around us and why we're shifting and changing. And I feel like it just centers us, So, okay, so let's have a look. We've got look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma? Fretting over minute can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you've been all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. So attune to the moon is take time out for a mini break or adventure. Additional meanings for this card. The situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident without being overconfident to win the day. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. So the teaching is, the full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. It's about big ideas versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. Okay, I like this because, again, it's like you sort of seeing the reality of a situation or even just sort of seeing how far you've come within yourself. And, I think it's about putting yourself out there, okay? I even feel like for some of you, if you've got feelings for somebody and it's going well, they're saying, okay, don't sabotage it. And they also want you to just have some fun. Okay, we can't overthink things that we can't control. The only thing we can do is step away from things that are not for our highest good. Yeah, we got invisible. So yeah, I feel like over the next few weeks, you're on the outside looking in. Okay, I feel like you're looking back at your journey. It's like an out-of-body experience, okay? And you're really looking at yourself with fresh eyes. Yes, because there is a choice you have to make. So some of you have even probably removed yourself, from a connection with somebody, again, who wasn't serving your highest good, but really having to make a choice. Yeah, because some of you just kind of feel trapped. All right, you're stuck in this loop with this person in your emotions. This could even be things within yourself that you need to finally sort of let go, okay, and make a choice about how you want to move forward. Get another deck. Here you are. Sorry. I think a lot of you have felt invisible for such a long time when it comes to a particular person that it's like you're finally seeing yourself. And I always feel like when I finally see myself, I can quite easily walk away from people who don't see my value. Okay, because it's like I just forgot for a second, right? But now I see who I am. I'm out. I will be invisible. I will be a whole ghost. Yeah, because we got the sun. So I definitely feel like you guys, and in terms of taking this mini break, maybe some of you are like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? They're saying, look, go away, get some vitamin D. Okay, enjoy the weather. Yeah, and we've got actions. And I even feel like since you've stepped away from this particular person, you've felt happier within yourself, I just think now a lot of you, maybe you're just feeling trapped in the sense of you're scared to fall in love again, or you're scared to let other people in. So you spend a lot of time probably looking outside of yourself, or how is it that person can have a successful relationship and I can't, and all these kind of things. And I think you're going to be letting all of that go and saying, actually, I am a blessing. I am abundance. Okay. You bring light to so many people's lives. And it's just hard because when you don't get the person you want, you feel like this isn't true about yourself, but everybody else sees it in you. And so I think you're just looking at your choices as well. All right. Because I definitely feel surrounding this, there's some insecurities of when people do try to trap you, you kind of do see that as love. So again, I feel like all your ideas and opinions, okay, on your relationships are now about to change moving forward. You know, maybe you felt like you've been compared to other people your whole life, but no more. I definitely feel like you guys are going to be focusing inwards now, not outwards. Yeah, because look, this is endurance. You're strong. This is it. You're realizing how strong you are, that you've been through so much. You've gotten over it. And look where you stand today, tall and strong, ready for anything. And then we've got attraction. So you guys are being pulled to your highest good. You're following that light that has been shined down from your spirit guides. And now this is a time. So I definitely feel like in terms of your triggers, okay, because I even think some people just want to love you and hold you and trap you. They just want to keep you there because, you know, they're probably not ready yet to settle down or to take this relationship seriously. Certain people's lifestyles are going to have to change. And a lot of people don't really like that. Masculines, you know, tend to kind of fight against that. But this is a time where you're able to go a lot deeper, all right? Because I do feel like you're really beautiful and you have so much to offer on the outside. But it's like maybe sometimes people can come and sell you this fairy tale and then you allow yourself to be trapped in their energy. All right. Some of you might have even been comparing yourself to their exes or their current people. They're saying go deeper within yourself. Okay. This is really more about you than it is about who other people are seeing. Okay, I definitely feel like some people have been really cruel to you when it's come to relationships in the past as well. But this is definitely a time for you to delve deeper and be more appreciative of what you do have and where you're at right now. Yeah, see, we're finding balance here. Okay, because you're aware that you have your dark side and you have this light side about you. Okay, and it's okay for both of them to be present. Okay, we dip in and out of 10 different life states every single day. All right, but it's about having balance and being able to shine more light into your life. They almost want you to fill yourself up with love, but it's like self-love. Yeah, see, and we've got God here. All right, so they really do. They want you to connect to source, spirit, whoever, whatever it is that you believe in. All right, they need that. And I feel like a lot of you tend to go for people who are quite controlling as well. They have this masculine sort of narcissistic type of energy that trigger all of your, you know, because some of you here could even be suffering with some form of PTSD, okay? Or there's a little bit more therapy work I feel that needs to take place here just to kind of get you onto that last little path. Yeah, but we got homecoming. We have homecoming. So I really feel like you're putting a lot of things to rest. You're releasing a lot of crap, okay, that I feel like didn't belong to you in the first place. This is what your partners have offloaded to you. This is what ex-friends have offloaded onto you. Now you kind of see that actually I can set up my own home. I can do this by myself and I can do it all with love. All right, so I really feel like you're coming back to yourself. All right, so I definitely feel like you lot are going to have different sparks around you, okay, of just feeling fun and getting your sexy back, getting your happy back. All right, some of you are going to be spending a lot of time at home. Okay, maybe you guys are deciding to do some redecorating or just to make your space more cozy. Let's see, actually, let's pull you an animal spirit here. This is more about a time of looking at your choices. Why do you choose, you know, these masculine energies who want to dominate you, control you, manipulate you and lie to you and make you feel less than? It's probably because you realize you see something in yourself. So whatever you see in them, you're seeing it reflected back to you. And that's why you've been choosing these people. And we have the deer. So you could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, have it in your chart, don't have to. If I could find it. Oh, see, and look at who you are. Loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of the earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing and calm. Their inner beauty radiates a sense of grace that calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. When in balance, receptive, compassionate, nurturing. When out of balance, concerned, protective, to bring into balance nature and children. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is a lot about you going back to your inner child. I feel like maybe you're going to take a trip down memory lane when it comes to your father, because maybe they had this type of spirit about them that kind of crushed you. Maybe he wasn't really there for you, but blamed you for things, okay, and just kind of gaslighted you a lot, all right? So they're saying spend some time outside. Don't lock yourself away too much. And I feel like I get why you're very concerned and protective over yourself. But like I said, this is a time to go deeper and really start to let these things go and work through it, okay? And this is what I mean. This is a birth of a celebration of a new life. I feel like this is going to be your new life, okay? I feel like you're going to handle so many things differently now, and relationships. And you're really understanding who you are. You're a nurturer, you're kind, you're loving, intuitive. These people did not take that away from you. All they did was instill fear, okay, to stop you from giving that love to somebody else, okay, because they want to be the only ones to experience it. They want to be the only ones that can come in and out of your life and receive that type of love from you. They don't want you to give it away because they know exactly how powerful it is. And I feel like you guys are realizing how powerful your love is, all right? And they're saying take action. So it's time to move forward on these things. And sometimes we feel like opening up our pain and our trauma, it kind of does re-trigger us, but at the same time, we just need to tell ourselves it's not happening to us right now in real time. This has happened. I've got over it. I've endured this and then some. I am able to open this up and look in, okay? Because you are in a way doing it like a ghost, like you're invisible. You're on the outside looking in to your life. And I feel like just keep your meditation going. Okay, and if you're not meditating, they're saying, look, you really need to do that. A lot of you can meditate in nature. But I really do feel like you guys have some good news coming to you, okay? I feel like it's something that is just really going to make you feel positive and give you a sense of achievement, which is important. And look, we've got intuitive perception. I know what my intuitive senses tell me are true. I open myself to the truth that is within and around me. And I know that it is there for me to receive. I practice developing my intuition, and I know that it is a major aspect of who I am. In the stillness and silence of meditation and contemplation, I will experience and know the truth. So yeah, sometimes we're alone because we do want to be alone, but sometimes we're alone because we're scared to be with anybody else. And I feel like this is about banishing that fear and having a bit of fun. Getting out there, flirting, dating, just enjoying yourself again. Maybe not taking this so seriously when you do open back up again. And knowing how to just give enough. I feel like as women, we feel like we've got to prove to the masculine, oh, we can cook, oh, we can clean, oh, we're great conversation, oh, we're great mothers, oh, we could do this, oh, we could do that, oh, what can I do for you, oh, do you need this, oh, it's okay. We don't, okay? As feminine, as empresses, we know that we can just give enough, okay? We can reciprocate what this masculine is giving to us, and that's it. And I think even for a lot of you that have these exes coming back, why do you feel the need to do too much? They're coming back to you. They know how much they love you, whether they want to admit it to you or not. So it's kind of like you've already shown them everything you could possibly show them. There's nothing else you could give to this person other than a full-time commitment. And I think that's where, the buck is going to stop, and that's what you're realizing. And I think even now, when you're seeing all these exes pop up and come back, people always say, well, why now? Why now? And because now's the time where you can actually appreciate your journey, where you've come from, why you've met them, and you can forgive them with a loving heart. Okay, they didn't show you any grace, but you can show them some grace. And you can move on and be happy. Okay, and we've got harmony. Okay. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So everywhere around you now, you're going to be feeling like there's peace and love in it. And you're going to enjoy that. And so anything that's not bringing you peace and love, you're not going to be centered anymore. So you're more than likely to say, get lost. I'm doing good. Don't come back now. And we got peacefulness, is what I'm saying. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. There is nothing better than having your own peace of mind. Sometimes letting people in and out and just letting them do what they want, it really does throw our equilibrium off. You know, we don't have this sense of peace anymore. But we're realizing how important peace is. And we got respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, okay? You value everyone's unique perspective on the path of love. And I feel like you guys are even going to be looking back at your parents, okay, and seeing that where they come from and what they went through. You're kind of understanding that, and you're just giving them respect for being your parents, you know, or family members or whatever it is. And I feel like now you're able to give that respect to yourself. And that is an important thing. And I feel like it doesn't matter how long it takes you, as long as you get there. So even though this full moon feels a bit heavy, it's definitely a release. It's definitely you letting go of a lot of things. But there's also going to be a shift and change in you. You're going deeper into yourself. And we've got Rose, attract a healthy relationship. See, this is what it's about. This is what you're understanding. Wow. I just feel like this is like a whole Netflix series. You know, we're almost getting to the end, okay, of you finding love, especially within yourself and then with someone else. All right, so they're asking you, buy yourself some roses, guys. I love buying myself flowers. Buy yourself some roses. Put them in your bath, have them by your bed. Rose is a color of romance, deep love and affection that assists with opening the heart and attracting a healthy relationship into your life. It can help you if you have low self-esteem, loneliness and sadness. And rose is also great for releasing worry and stress. That's nice. I really feel like you guys are saying, this is what I deserve. Let's give you some messages here. Oh no, let's give you one of these. So guys, don't dilly-dally. Take action. You got action twice here, I just realized. All right, you've got to move forward. There's no point in looking outside or blaming anybody for your pain or your trauma. You know, we know what it's like to be manipulated and to really love and nurture that person for them to only continuously hurt us. We know this. Okay, but now it's time to make those changes and say, look, I chose that person. Why did I choose them? I chose them because my life was reflecting that back to me. It's not going to reflect that no more if you let that go. And you are letting it go. And I am so proud of you. We've got the temple. We got the temple. Let's have a little read, shall we? Just want you to see it. There we go. The lover and the beloved meet in sacred space. They take respite from cares of the world, entering into sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy and surrender into the moment. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in sacred ceremony. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time, turn off the computer and mobile phone, turn on music and set the lighting. Be in the present moment. Do you remember your body? Oh yes, here it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? This oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life and renew your connection to the inner love, to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You are encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You are encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection in sacred space that will best nourish you now. Wow, guys, I just love this because I really feel like you're going to be falling in love with yourself. Okay, even with your body, even parts of yourself that you're ashamed of, you know, to show another, you know, you're really just going to become one with who you are. And that's what I love. I love this for you guys. I want to read you some angel messages. Let's do these ones instead. We have rest and relaxation is essential. We all have fundamental needs to take a break. So guys, they definitely need you to rest. They really need you to take a break. Sleep as much as you can. Try and go away. You know, if you can't afford it, go stay with a friend somewhere. Okay, maybe they've got a nice garden and you can just sort of relax and do your thing. Okay, we've got treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. And it is. And I feel like you guys do. So I really want you to reconnect with some people, put yourself out there to love on them and let them love on you, more importantly. Okay, so I do want to give us some shadow work because this is where we're going to go a little bit deeper. Okay. Oh. This deck is stiff. Okay, full moon in Sagittarius. What do they need for the collective? So we got 45. Okay, oh, it's a bit of a long one. I can try and cut it down. We've got the filter. If you have drawn this sigil, you are seeking the situation at hand through a filter, and you don't even know it. As a result, you are not seeing the situation clearly. All of us have a perspective. Perspectives are limited in that unless we are using a totally objective perspective, our perspective is subjective. An object will look different depending on what perspective you have of that object. Each perspective is a different angle on something. Our perspective shapes our experiences, and our experiences shape our perspective. Are they trying to tongue tie me today? We could look at objective perspectives as the amalgamation of all subjective perspectives relative to something. A child will have a totally different perspective of the family home than that parent will. A doctor will have a totally different perspective about a medical crisis than the patient. You can imagine subjective perspective to be like looking through a single telescope. As if our subjective perspective were not limited enough, what makes this even more limited and the view through it less accurate is that we also see the world from our limited perspective through filters. As if looking through a single telescope at the world isn't bad enough. The lens we are using has a filter on it. This distorts the reality of whatever we are looking at. We can recognize the limit of someone's perspective and see their filters. However, we have every hard time recognizing the limits of our own perspective, and we have a very hard time recognizing our own filters. A filter is literally anything that shapes or distorts our perception of something. They can be thoughts passed down to us, information we are fed, beliefs we have been conditioned to adopt, ways the information is presented to us, experiences we have had, and meanings that we assign to experience, just to name a few. We begin adopting filters for our telescopes even before we are born. And not only do they distort our capacity to see things clearly, to see what is real, they can also ruin our lives. For example, let's imagine that at 3 years old, a child is attacked by a dog. This will create a filter that dogs will attack them that could persist until adulthood. That happened to me. The rest of us who loves dogs will tell you that this experience is not only rare, it is entirely avoidable if someone is actually doing the right thing with their dog. We have all kinds of other experiences that shape our perspective that dogs are wonderful and much less dangerous than people. But the filter through which this person sees dogs can shape their entire life relative to dogs. They will see dogs in a totally inaccurate way. For example, a child might have a super loving experience with her mother. As a result, she sees the universe through the lens that everything is there to support her. She may not even notice people who are not around her with the best interests in mind because of this filter through which she sees the world. Some of these filters are beneficial, some of them are detrimental, but regardless of whether they are beneficial or detrimental, the thing to be aware of is that they are not necessarily accurate. They might just be totally distorting your capacity to see what is real. Every filter we adopt will change the way we see the world and the way we see ourselves. Every filter will shape our life experience, the things we think and say and do. There is nothing in this world more dangerous than a subjective perspective that is mistaken for objective perspective. There is nothing more dangerous than a filter that distorts our capacity to see what is real. If you have drawn this sigil, you have a filter that is distorting your capacity to see what is real. You are mistaking your distorted subjective perspective for objective perspective. Question your perception and step outside your limited and highly individual perceptive relative to this situation. Consider every perspective you can relative to the situation at hand. And this is deep and this was a bit of a tongue twister, you know what I mean? But it's so true. And I think this is what I was sort of saying at the beginning. You're getting rid of your filters that have nothing to do with you. They were projected onto you by your relationships, by your parents, by your upbringing. And I feel like you're seeing this now in the light of day. And going deeper into yourself is really going to help you do this. And yeah, it's time to start getting rid of these distorted filters that we have and really think, like, what do I believe about myself? Who am I? Like, sometimes we got to ask ourselves these questions. Did I get that from my mom? Did I get that from my dad? For me, I think I'll share, like, I'm not scared to fall in love, but I am scared of rejection and abandonment. So for me, it's difficult for me to, I think, enter into relationships. But what I also have learned about myself, that is, if that person cared enough to learn why I am the way I am, then they would have a better understanding of why I kind of handle situations in certain ways. But again, it goes back to not, that person isn't a mind reader. But like I say, I know how to reciprocate and leave it at that. I don't feel like I need to tell my life story to someone straight away. I don't feel like I need to do all of those things. But I do feel like my filter is that everybody is going to leave me at some point. Like, everybody's going to reject me at some point, and so it kind of just takes me a while, But I know that is a filter that has been projected on me from not having parents, from, not being in the best relationships. So I feel like I have removed that filter, but I still have to work with how I feel. Like, I can't fully change it, but I can recognize it and I can do my best to not sabotage something great that comes towards me. And I feel like that's sort of where I'm at. So we all have our thing. Okay, so we got, dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday moment-to-moment experience, thinking you will find happiness out there someday? So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it never could be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up, and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this, so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful, even for tears and loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump into all love is and love every single minute. And this is really nice. I like this one. And I think that's what it's about. It's just about trying to have your best life, enjoy yourself, okay? Really find joy in everything that you can. And, even if you've had to say goodbye to some people, I always say there's a gift. There's a gift in saying goodbye. Find it. The best thing you can do is love yourself. And that is all I truly work on, is just being happy within myself, loving who I am, loving my faults. I have some. But more importantly, loving all the amazing things about me, And sometimes it's hard to say that you love yourself, or you're good at this, or you're good at that, because you didn't get that from where you were supposed to, okay? But now we've got an opportunity to forgive. So we've got, this situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. And we've got child. Yep. You care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you could give more time and energy to the children who need you. I'm going to go, but something came into my mind. I feel like giving love to your inner child can be something so silly, but can really just help you. Like, I saw this woman on TikTok, and she had this hair clip thing, and you just stamp the hair and it like clips diamonds. And she said that, you know, she wanted one when she was little, but her mum couldn't afford it. But now she's got her daughter, she bought one, and she's just crimping her hair with the little diamonds in. And she went, I literally just gave my inner child some love. And I just thought, that is what it's about. So really don't be afraid to bring that joy in, even if it's silly. Like, let go, relax, have some fun for the next 4 weeks, get a bit flirty, all right? And just enjoy yourself. And don't be too hard on yourself as well. And remember to spend a lot of time outside, book that trip if you can. But yeah, either which way it goes, take action on moving forward, because you don't want to stay stuck. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I love you so much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.